What's up, fam? Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. Today we're taking a look at another mid-tier Kubey. This one is the KU353B, so it's the blue version, 14C and tie, as per usual with these mid-tiers. But the model is the Supercell. So this is a Tempest Knives KC Sparing design. Fantastic job on this one. Spoiler alert, I think this is probably... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say this is my favorite design of his. I think it probably has dethroned the Microjet as my favorite design from him. So great job on this one, KC. But you're looking at a 3.46 inch blade, 799 overall, and only 4.2 ounces, so not too shabby on the weight. You do have some lefty love on this one. We'll get in on some zoom ins on that here in just a little bit. That same blue anodization from Kubey that we're all used to does have flipper and a blade hole for deployment. So yeah, again, same typical price tag on these things. Their normal price is right around $150. Of course, you can get these on sale all the way down to most recently down into the 80s. Like I think they were $85 or $89 on the most recent sale. You can get them from White Mountain Knives for that cheap. Micro milled titanium. Again, if you guys have handled any of the mid-tier Kubeys with the micro milled titanium, this is the same recipe. Just a really, really great texture on that. Same thing, flush hardware, really great job on there. Now, what's I do like here is we do have a reversible pocket clip with a filler tab, and the filler tab actually matches, and it looks really good. The only thing that they could have done, or that would have made this any better, is if they did put the milling on the filler tab. But I get why they didn't. But I'm just saying that would have made it. It would have been like icing on the cake. But that is a really nicely done filler tab. Single screw looks good. Single screw pocket clip inset, really great job there. Little quarter height or quarter length back spacer with a lanyard post. Great job there. Giving love to all the lefty and lanyard lovers out there. Again, T8 hardware all the way around. Kubey just absolutely does a fantastic job with their OEM work and with their design, or with their knives here. Now this one is their standard kind of like a sandblasted or stonewash design. It's not really stonewash because it's a little light for that. I think it's more of a blasted finish. Typical Kubey branding. You've got a really nice drop point with a swedge, plenty of jimping there, and that typical kind of race car-ish looking blade window there from Tempest. There's your Tempest logo. And again, a really nice sharpening choil with a fantastic plunge grind. Would love to start seeing that more often from some of the bigger name brands. Again, Kubey always does a great job with their sharpening. You got almost a semi-polished edge from the factory. These things are always wicked sharp right out of the box. Let's take a look at the quality of the sharpening there. It looks like we are dead on again with that tip. So there we go. That's 2 for 2 on these $100 Kubeys. Which is absolutely amazing when you think about what you're getting for the money. Even at $150, if you were to get one when they were not even remotely on sale. But I think even then, they're most of the time they're $117. So even when they're not on sale, they're less than $150. So, but they show $150 as being the MSRP. Again, flipper and flipper and blade hole design, full size handle, just a really great job on the jimping. Personally, I would probably stiffen the detent a little bit on this one. The detent is a little light for me, but it works with, what's odd about this one is it's a little light for the reverse flick, but it works for the flipper. So it's tuned for the flipper, and the reverse flick's a little light. So what I'm probably going to end up doing on this one is doing a flipper delete and just tightening that pivot up a little bit. Tightening that detent up a little bit and getting it more well-tuned for the reverse flick. But as it sits, even then, it still works phenomenally well. It's just every once in a while, I'll find myself, when I go to reverse flick, it's just got a little bit of a lazy action. But this is right out, or not right out of the box. It's not been taken apart, not been tuned, not been cleaned, none of that stuff. Neither one of the Kubeys I've done recently have been, but they've both been carried pretty much equal amounts of time. I carried this one for a couple of days in a row as my primary, and then same thing with the silo. Matter of fact, I just carried this one last night out to dinner. Shout out to Rolf on here. Robert, man, shout out to you. You and Barbie, it was awesome getting to hang out with y'all. Shooting this the night after that, so I don't know when this is going live, but, you know, hey. local guy, so that's pretty awesome. So yeah, anyway, guys, it's not a whole lot to talk about on these things, and that's what's crazy is when you're dealing with a really well done blade that has 0 issues. It's so little to actually talk about. You know, you check your hardware. Yeah, I mean, it's Kubey, so the edge is going to be fantastic. I don't have any computer paper nearby, or I would, you know, show the edge, but you just take my word for it. I've used it. I've cut plastic strapping with it. It's spot on. You know, it sliced right through that. You know, the thick plastic straps that they use to tie stuff onto pallets. Like, I mean, it just eat that stuff up, and yeah, that stuff is horrible for edges, and it ate it up, and then went on to slice through some, you know, shrink wrap and other stuff, so it's not getting any chipping or rolling or anything like that from cutting those plastic straps. So Kubey does a great job on their 14C, and yeah. All right, guys. Well, with that, I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, please remember to be kind, be humble, and be EDC. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.